All right. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm thinking so. All right. My goal today is to try to be more interactive here. Okay. All right. Good morning, everyone. How's everybody? Hey, Mark, good to see you, man. How you doing? Good. Oh, wait a minute. Let me do this. Turn this down a bit here. Okay. All right. Good morning, Larima. I talked to Miss Tamia like you asked me to, and we're gonna work with her. But good morning to you. All right, so we'll start out with 60 seconds of gratitude. So, what's everybody thankful for this morning? Mark, we're gonna start with you, man. What are you thankful for this morning?
I'm thankful that I went to a school and I'm done with that. Now I'm back to studying for my PSI.
Okay, all right. Yeah, how was class?
It was awesome.
Yeah. Did you meet people in the class that they're all young and they're ready to learn?
I
And
met all kinds of people.
I say young, newer to the business, but you know what I'm saying. That may have been all ages, but yeah.
Yeah, and we were talking about what everyone expects from this, and it was just amazing how people have different things, different mindsets about this. It's just crazy.
Yeah. What are you thankful for this morning, man?
I got pulled over yesterday for speeding and didn't get a ticket.
Hey, all right. Man. Yeah, as long as you don't follow with, I did get a DUI, however.
Yes. I did get an assault on a police officer.
I was about to say, don't tell me you got a Dewey, man. That's not what I'm wanting to hear right now. Oh, man. Josh, what are you thankful for this morning?
I'm thankful for this gentleman sitting to the right of me. It was his first day yesterday, and he hit all of his targets.
Oh, very good. So what are you thankful for this morning?
I'm thankful for Josh.
There you go.
Leading me in the right way.
There you go. I like it. Cameron, what are you thankful for this morning?
I'm thankful that last Friday I went to an event and got exposed to a lot of new stuff.
What was the
It a
event?
Monster Nation, so it was Coach Bird's.
Yeah. A lot of industry leaders and big hitters, different people, interesting people. Yeah. I would ask Noah what he's thankful for this morning, but I know what he's thankful for, his phone, because he's making it happen. He's on it, working it. That's what's happening. So he's going to be thankful for that paycheck when it comes, right? Okay, so quick show topic this morning. Do you think you're important?
Yeah.
I'm hearing yeses everywhere. Hell yeah. We got a hell yeah. Okay, so what is it that makes you think that you're important? What is it that makes you think you're important?
Things that I do.
Child of God alive.
All right. Oh, good morning. Cameron there. Oh, good morning, Amanda. How are you? Van's here. Okay, so you're important because you're alive? Is that what you're saying?
We're a light, and we're a child of God. So we're
All right. So then what does that mean for everybody else?
same thing.
I just feel the same way about yourself.
Do you feel like because you're important that you're better than anybody else?
Nope.
Do you believe that?
Do I believe what? That I'm
Do you
not-
really believe that? I question that sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, I know the answer, but that's not actually how I act all day, every day, actually, if I'm honest. You ever find yourself in a situation where you assume, hey, I'm a little more important than that person. They're doing this job or they're living in this place or whatever the case may be. And if you really ask yourself, do you really ever feel that way? And if I'm completely honest, there have been times in my life where I have. I'm not saying I was right or that I'm proud of it, but I did, and I have. Have you ever felt that way? You ever caught yourself feeling that way?
Of course.
So if you think that you're important and you've found yourself at times thinking that other people are less important than you for whatever reason, then by extension you must also believe that there are other people more important than you. Do you believe that to be the case?
I believe a little bit.
I believe
Yes,
that.
no, yeah. So when I ask you, do you think you're important? I get a absolutely. So that can't be a certain answer if you don't then also make those judgments about everybody else. Because how have you judged yourself to be important based on what criteria? if it's just simply that you take breath, then you have to realize that every other person is only stacked in importance based on what you judge them to be. If one of my clients walked in right now, I'd drop this live show and help them. They're more important than all of this that's happening. Just kidding. Just. That's not true. Not really. Yeah. But do you see what I'm trying to say? So how do you judge people that are ahead? You went to Monster Nation. You probably saw a lot of people there that you were like, oh, they're super important. Well, why did you think that?
Well, I just think they had established themselves more, and but it's not necessarily that I thought they're more important than me. I just felt like I feel like my time is coming, and I'm taking the steps to get there, and so I don't look at it that way. I look at it that they're more established, that they're ahead of me in that aspect, but
All right.
I don't know. I mean, I guess a little bit.
Is there anybody that could walk in that door right now besides Tommy that would make you nervous, make you pucker a little bit, like, oh, what's about to happen? Who were some of those people? President of the United States?
Deion Sanders.
Deion Sanders?
Yeah, I was going to say David Ortiz.
David Ortiz? All right. For those of you that don't know, slugger from the Red Sox. What about you? Anybody that you can think of? Michael Jordan? Okay. So now, do you think these people are more important than you?
No.
You don't think so?
Have an input.
Okay. What's the input?
When you ask a question, do you feel like you're important? And then you ask why. I feel like I'm important, but the reason why I feel like I'm important is because of what I'm capable of, like what my potential is. Like one day, I'll be extremely important, way more important than I am.
Okay. So what you're saying is that you feel like you're important because you feel a certain momentum and you're thinking to yourself, I'm going to be at this place at one point in time. And that's okay. So do you not get to be important until you get there?
No, that's not no. Definitely not. Yeah, I'm important now.
Right.
But I do feel like, like whenever you say important, I think of the VIP, like very important person.
Okay.
The VIPs are always, top dogs, the big hitters, people that are doing a lot. Whenever I think of that, I'm thinking, yeah, I'm important right now, but I'm not as important as I could be.
You not as established in your career as you could be.
Yeah, exactly.
Not as accomplished in your career as you could be. Okay.
What's that importance?
Well, okay. So that's my question.
Yeah.
My question is, as you go throughout life and you go throughout your business, then looking at people that are successful that you want to emulate is a very desirable trait to have. Most people would say that you can't be a good leader without being first a good follower, right? So if you can't come in and follow Tommy's system that he's laid out, how are you ever going to lead someone in said system, right? You can't escape being a good follower if you want to be a good leader. But that doesn't mean that anyone on the team is any more important or less important than anyone else.
Sorry.
How successful would Tommy be if he had no team to lead? Right? Now,
He'd be pretty damn successful.
well, even if the team that he was leading was a group of his clients.
Right.
See, like just because you guys may or may not have a real estate team or people that have joined your team yet, you still have your teams, you still have your people that are following. Okay, so the thing that I want you to keep in mind, and the reason I asked the question, is because there's a difference between importance and relevance. Okay? So Mark Cuban is no more important than you or me. We are no more important than Mark Cuban. But under the category of amassing a huge fortune, he's more relevant because he has that, right? So as you start to go through and realize the people that you look to and the people that you emulate, realize how much you can gain from those people and emulating those people. Don't let that be don't mistake that for them being more important. Because if you do, then you're going to cut yourself off from being able to be in the place that they're at. So your own judgment about whether they are or are not more important than you is going to stand in the way of you following them. Does that make sense? So if you ask yourself, am I important? Then the next question becomes, if I'm looking at these other people that I want to emulate, if I'm looking at these people that I want to follow, whether it's you following Josh, whether it's everyone following Tommy, whether it's you following Noah, whatever it may be, then understand that you are as important as that person in the relationship, right? It's like a painting. The painting only exists with the canvas. If there is no canvas, there's no painting. If there's no painting, there's no canvas. You see what I'm saying? So when you look out at the people that you emulate, you look at your career, and you realize that your career is a moving, evolving thing, then realize that your career and the importance that you place in it and the value that you get out of that career is no more important ever than the other people that are participating in that journey with you. You're never more important than your client. You know, what would you ever say, I'm more important than my client? You would never say that, would you?
No.
Would you ever say that?
No.
Yeah, I have before, and it was a mistake.
Right.
I would get into the situation early in my career where I felt like I was the one that was the most important person.
But there's no client without their importance.
Exactly. So then the other thing becomes, if you look at somebody and you make that judgment that that person is important, whether it's Michael Jordan or whomever it may be, then ask yourself, if I'm in this career that I'm in now, and I'm in the space that I'm in right now, then what would I be doing right now that would have someone look at me like I was that important? Okay? So think about those things. Every time you're practicing your calls, you're talking to your people, you're going through your calculations, you're running through scenarios like we were this morning, you're going to class, any of those things that you're doing, think about how they all add up to this collective that someone else is going to see you as, right? And it's interesting too, because a lot of the people that you see, David Ortiz, you know, you don't watch him take BP for 15 hours, right? You just watch him tie up a ball game in the 8th inning, right? I mean, so it's interesting too to see when you go to a Monster Nation or you go to these places and you see these people that have done certain things, you've got to realize what were all the things that they were doing when they got to that, before they got to that point. Then ask yourself what they placed importance on. Okay? So when David Ortiz was taking BP, do you think he was thinking, okay, I've got to figure out how to turn and open up a little bit on a breaking ball so I can continue to pull it or put it, go to the opposite field or whatever the case may be? He's not sitting there taking BP thinking, man, I can't wait till everybody sees how great I am. I can't wait till everybody tells me how important I am. He was putting in the work because to him, it wasn't him that was important. It was the fact that he had to be great at his craft. So when you look at the people that you think are important or the people that you think are the movers or shakers or leaders, just realize that what they place the importance in and what you see are two different things. So place that importance in the things that you know matter. You want to be the person that can give your clients the best advice. You want to be the one that they come to and they can rely on. They may judge you to be important, but don't ever mistake that for you being better than you are. You are going to be as good as the work that you put in. All right? Very good. Now, I'll leave you with this. Y'all are all very important to me. Have a great day. Take us out, man.